In our last session, we read a letter from a man who complained that his gay friend was irritating him and everyone else around him with his militant insistence that everyone be more understanding and sensitive toward gay people. I said that people don't persecute gays selectively just because they're gay. On the whole, people are simply empty and afraid. And in their blind lust for imitation love, they'll do anything for those brief moments of power that temporarily give them relief from their emptiness. They simply look down on anyone who can't give them the imitation love they want, which means anyone who is different in any way. Anyone who is shorter, poorer, dumber, of a different color, different sexual orientation, whatever. Now, back to the writer of the letter. So your friend is right. People can be pretty intolerant and unloving, but ironically, what he is doing is just as unloving when he demands that everyone be more sensitive to himself and other gays. When he criticizes and attacks people, it makes him feel less helpless and afraid, and it gives him a brief feeling of power. He's right that they're being unloving, but he's wrong to be unloving himself in demanding that they change. He has no right whatever to insist that anybody be or do anything. It's kind of ironic that he unlovingly insists that other people be more loving. What he's doing is also quite counterproductive. When he has to push people for acceptance, what he gets is not unconditional, and he doesn't end up feeling loved. And the more he pushes people, the more they resent him. You've seen that. In the end, the more he complains and criticizes, the more isolated he becomes. You're not responsible for his happiness, but you might try to explain this to him. Teach him that almost everyone feels unloved, not just gays, and that is the worst wound in life. He believes that people don't accept him because he's gay, but his being gay is an insignificant part of his real problem. The real reason people don't accept him unconditionally is that they have never felt sufficiently loved themselves. People don't love him because they have no love to give anyone. They don't want to admit that they're not loving, though, so they usually point out some excuse for not being loving. That the other person is gay, for example, or black, or Muslim, or whatever. When people fail to be accepting of your gay friend, they're only telling him about the emptiness of their own souls, that they're not capable of unconditionally loving anyone, but he's choosing to take it personally. He needs to see instead that almost all of us are wounded, that we don't feel accepted and loved, and that we are therefore not capable of unconditionally loving the people around us. Whether they are gay or not is irrelevant. The solution is not to demand acceptance from any particular person, as he is doing. That never works. You can't demand real love, which can be given only freely. The solution for all of us is to learn to tell the truth about ourselves, about our own mistakes, fears, and flaws, and create opportunities for people to unconditionally accept and love us. We cannot demand who those people will be. We must simply tell the truth and accept the love from those who are capable of loving. Express to your friend the unconditional acceptance that you feel for him. Tell the truth about the times you have not been patient with him and not wanted to be around him. Then tell him that the unconditional love of a single person, you, for example, is more important than the conditional acceptance, or the conditional rejection for that matter, of 1,000,000 people. If he will focus on getting that kind of unconditional love, his life could become full and whole. You'll give him the opportunity, at least, to see that it doesn't matter how many people don't love you, only that you find those who do. Perhaps if he can find real love, it will no longer matter to him how many people are critical of him, and he'll lose his need to change them.